Football Mashallah is back for you after a roller coaster of transfer window, which consisted of so many runarounds and rumors and the sagas and the episodes and the mental breakdowns and the fans coming up with banners in the stands. Football Mashallah is here for you, right? 2 hours approximately after the window ended. We're here to break it down for you, how it went down, who couldn't make it, who did make it, and who broke the British transfer record. I'm here with you, your host, Fardan Ahmed. I'm with my co host, Qazi Adil. What's up, Qazi Adil? How are you today?
I am good. How are you, Fardan?
I'm doing great. Very excited about this. We have talked about so many rumors and possibilities and Twitter posts and this and that, but we're here finally to have the final numbers. And if you're listening or watching us on any platform, preferably YouTube, subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so. Drop some comments and smash the like button as I'm doing now and join the conversation. We're also on Instagram and Facebook. So the Isak saga has come to an end. We're going to talk about the
Finally.
blockbuster picks or the blockbuster players that have made their way to the Premier League. Some big names: Javi Simons, Randall Kolo Muani. Oh, why do I every time
Kolo Muani.
Kolo Muani? Thank you so much. Anyways, so Isak Saga, what happened?
He got his wish. He signed for Liverpool. Basically, in other words, he's like, I don't want to play for you guys. You guys figure it out. I'm gonna go to Liverpool. I don't care if the owner comes and meets me. I want to go to Liverpool. I'm gonna go on strike. 130 million pounds later, transaction later. So basically, Liverpool paid 135 or 130 million. I'm just why I'm saying. So so there's been reports that's 125 million to 130. So let's say just 130 million pounds. It's a British transfer record, I think. And on top of it, Liverpool signed Hugo Ekitike as well. So Isak to Liverpool is a done deal, which should have been done a long time ago. But apparently the saga went on, and then it took a Lord Voldemort. Lord Voldemort. I don't know. It's like it's Nick Voldemort. That's a striker's name from Bundesliga, Stuttgart.
So the Dark Lord, Voldemort, right? Or is it Voldemade?
He is Voldemort. So it took a Lord Voldemort to actually free Alexander Isak and get him to free Alexander Isak from Newcastle United. He's a striker. Newcastle United paid almost, I think, 70 million pounds. This is the inflation of strikers.
Was Mr. Potter upset with this?
Potter never went for a Lord Voldemort. Potter has a magic of his own. He just uses, just took out a wand and took out Wan-Bissaka out of the starting lineup, and he won. So that's all.
Yeah, he just took out his magic wand and yelled Avada Kedavra, death to Nottingham Forest in the home of Nottingham Forest. Oh my god.
So Newcastle has signed also another striker, Johan Wissa.
Oh my god, what a signing.
So Alexander Isak, replacement Lord, not just Lord, okay. Nick Voldemade, and Johan Wissa is Callum Wilson replacement. So, and they kept hold of Osula, who scored against Liverpool a couple of games ago. So that's the Isak saga. We can stay on Liverpool. Marc Guéhi to Liverpool did not happen. The deal sheet was sent. The medical was completed. But Crystal Palace's manager, Oliver Glasner, was like, okay, here's the thing. You wanna let go of my captain? I will also resign. He said that to Stephen Parrish, who is the CEO or one of the owners of Crystal Palace, who runs Crystal Palace basically. And Glasner blocked that. So, and Marc Guéhi was like, all right, my contract is coming to an end next year. I can start negotiating with other clubs regardless in January. I'll join Liverpool either in January or in June of next year. So good luck to Crystal Palace, because they did sign a defender to replace Guéhi, but apparently Glasner was like, he is not a Guéhi replacement. He's just an additional defender, and his name is JD Canva.
JD Campbell. Okay.
He's a Canva. So yeah. So Marc Guéhi, still a Crystal Palace player. So Crystal Palace is a team to watch this season. They actually
For
signed.
sure.
They also actually signed Yeremy Pino from Villarreal.
Nice.
Yeremy Pino is actually, a lot of people don't know about him. He started off as a right winger. He can play on the left wing. He's now playing on the left wing. He's a Spanish international. Before his ACL injury, he was very good. He used to play for Villarreal. I was in awe of him when I was watching La Liga when La Liga was exciting 3 seasons ago. So, they replaced Eze with Yeremy Pino. And only concern with Yeremy Pino is that he might not be up to the mark of the physicality of the Premier League.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but he needs to gain muscle or become stronger to actually do that. So then we have Javi Simons to Tottenham Hotspur. Chelsea, throughout the whole summer, Chelsea were like, oh, we're getting... Basically, somebody told Fabrizio Romano that Javi Simons to Chelsea and Alejandro Garnacho to Chelsea is happening, and you be sure that's 100% happening. And he was like, yeah, Garnacho to Chelsea is happening, it's happening, it's happening. It did happen. He was also saying Javi Simons call and whatever, he signed this and that. Javi Simons to Chelsea is happening. Then a few days ago, he's like, oh, Javi Simons, there's exclusive story. So in this transfer window, a lot of journalists use the word exclusive a lot of times for the same news. And this is my thing. Fabrizio says exclusive. Indy Kayla says exclusive.
Ornstein.
Ben Jacobs says exclusive. Ornstein says exclusive. Who's legit exclusive is it? Like all 5 of them are getting the news at the same time? Apparently not. So, or maybe, who knows? We're not in from that world, so we don't know. We can only speculate. So, Javi Simons to Tottenham became a thing. Apparently, Tottenham moved faster. Chelsea were dragging their heels. They wanted Fermin Lopez.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, they were like, oh, we don't want Javi Simons, we want Fermin Lopez from Barcelona. They did actually submit a bid for £40 million, and Fermin Lopez didn't come to Chelsea. So Tottenham ended up with Javi Simons. Tottenham team is not looking bad. They're a pretty decent team because they just signed Randall Kolo Muani, like you were mentioning.
It's insane, man. Look, they're gonna
line up straight loan. Yeah,
they're gonna line up so much attacking depth, right? The lineup is looking Kudus, Brennan Johnson, Javi Simons, Rondel Kolomwani, Solanke, Richarlison, Kulusevski, and they don't have to worry about the one James Madison injury. Put them into this whirlwind of transfers.
Thanks to James Madison. He's always been injured, but apparently now he got the ACL.
Yeah.
So he's out for a long time. Speaking of midfielders, there's Harvey Elliott to Aston Villa from Liverpool. And also Aston Villa signed Victor Lindelof, your favorite.
My favorite is not Victor Lindelof, not as much as Jadon Sancho is my favorite.
Jadon Sancho to Aston Villa. They got a bargain. The freedom fighter of our generation. Yet Villa is not paying the full. Jadon Sancho is the freedom fighter of our generation. He's only a freedom fighter if you see the money. If he sees the money, he'll go there. You can't blame him because this is his last big move. Apart from that, nobody's going to take him. If he cannot make it, this is his last year in the contract. So Manchester United are going to pay 80%. 20% of his salary. Villa are going to cover the rest of the 80%. No loan fee, straight loan. No option to buy. He comes back to Manchester United again next season for that. What do you think about that?
Very excited.
And then his contract is up for renewal. You want to renew it for another year? There's an option for that. Spurs actually, I think Lids actually sold Manor Solomon to Villarreal on loan, not sold. The funny part was Ben Chilwell from Chelsea. They couldn't offload him, so they offloaded him to their sister club, Strasbourg.
Oh
So,
wow.
yeah, Blue co-owned Strasbourg. So did Julio Enciso. The Strasbourg signed him.
And Ciso.
Crystal Palace, Enciso. Encisco?
Yeah, Eso.
Eso, okay. Crystal Palace confirmed the signing of Getafe's Uche. Cristantos Uche. He's attacking mid. He can play as a striker. He signed from Getafe. Bryden's O'Reilly goes to Marseille on loan. Big transfer, Alejandro Garnacho to Chelsea. Finally a done deal. But we broke that on the channel. Reece Nelson joins Brentford on a season-long loan, the right winger from Arsenal. Now, here's the fun part. Marc Guéhi's transfer to Liverpool collapsed because Igor Julio, Brighton defender, the Brazilian, didn't want to go to Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace wanted him to replace Marc Guéhi. He ended up going to, guess where? Your Potter Magic, West Ham. So there was some Potter magic going on there, and that made the whole Marc Guéhi transfer to Liverpool not happen. Zinchenko went to Nottingham Forest on loan. So
wow.
Nottingham Forest quite signed a lot of players. There's been another sad day for Emi Martinez. He wanted to go to Manchester United. Didn't happen. Manchester United signed Sene Lammens instead. Emi Martinez stays at Aston Villa.
No Galatasaray.
No Galatasaray. Actually, goalkeepers, Ederson went to Fenerbahce, and Galatasaray signed a Turkish goalkeeper.
In the meantime, we have to mention Arsenal too. How they got Piero Hincapi from Leverkusen on a loan. In terms of Aston Villa, you mentioned Harvey Elliott already, right?
I did mention, yes.
Yes, Harvey Elliott coming from Liverpool. So I think Aston Villa, they sneaked in a lot of players in the last second, and they are. I think they did a good job of that. They also offloaded a huge amount of people, including Alex Moreno to Girona. Bournemouth got a player from Liverpool. You want to mention that?
What is his name? Doak?
Ben Doak.
So Liverpool, this is why Liverpool won the transfer window of this season. Not because they signed Alexander Isak for 130 million pounds from Newcastle, not just because they signed Hugo Ekitike, not just because they signed Florian Wirtz, because they sold Ben Doak to Bournemouth for 25 million pounds. 25 million pounds. That's how much they got for a reserve player that barely made, I don't think he made any first team appearances for Liverpool, or probably did a couple here and there, and Bournemouth paid 25 million. So the ability to get 25 million pounds out of Bournemouth for a player that has not played in the Premier League on a regular basis, that's how you win the transfer window. Not by spending amount of money, but by receiving. Sticking with Liverpool, I think you have the data, Fardan, and I can tell you exactly how much Liverpool has spent this transfer window. They have,
for sure.
So, as per The Athletic and James Pearce of The Athletic, Liverpool's total expenditure this summer is around 449 million pounds, including the add-ons. But they have recouped up to 262 million pounds from sales. They also raised 62 million pounds last summer when they spent just 10 million pounds on Chiesa. This has been the most remarkable transfer window in the history of Liverpool.
This transfer window is gonna go in the record books, man. It's like when they shook up the league, they shook up the transfer window. It's been absolutely incredible from the footballing perspective, also from the business perspective, and definitely the financial standpoint as well.
Yeah, and then going back to, so we go that the Galatasaray signed Turkish goalkeeper. His name is Ugurkan Shakir. I have no. So it's Ugurcan. Kakir is Cakir. If I have butchered it, I'm completely sorry. He's a
It might be
Turkish goalkeeper.
Shakir or Shakir, one of them.
So he's a 33 million euros goalkeeper from Trabzonspor. So Galatasaray got that stuff. So Diego Costa stays at Porto, which is good. And Emi Martinez stays at Aston Villa. That's also good. Fulham. I'm going crazy with this.
It's too much. I don't blame you. It's way too much. The amount of transfers that took place last second in the last 2 days. It was very hard to keep up. So you're doing good.
It's gonna be crazy because this is a long episode, right? So you're gonna have to bear with us for this because we want to try to get as much information as possible. And in this, we're gonna cram it up as much as we can. But
Yeah, if you're bored,
Fulham,
just comment.
we're bored. Fulham actually signed Kevin from Shakhtar Donetsk. He's a winger. It's a club record fee. That's going to surpass the £34 million that they signed for Emil Smith-Rowe from Arsenal last season. Fulham also brought in Chukwueze from AC Milan. He's a winger too. He plays on the right wing. Everton actually completed. This was actually a midfielder that they bought in. Merlin Roll. He's a German midfielder from Freiburg. They have been tracking him for 12 months. He was injured a little bit last season, so they went for him. Nottingham Forest keeps on spending. They sign Delane Bakwa from Strasbourg. Leeds couldn't sign Harry Wilson from Fulham. Nottingham Forest has completed a Cuibano signing. He is a Brazilian defender, along with John Victor. He's a goalkeeper. So
Nice.
Nottingham Forest are steadying their squad for Jose Mourinho's incoming. Just a rumor. Guys, don't get excited.
Jamie Vardy went on to
When
this team.
How do you say his name?
Cremonese.
Cremonese. And then Adrian Rabiot joins AC Milan, your favorite, from Marseille. So you think he's going to play in front of Richarlison and Solanke?
Ronald Colomoni.
Yeah.
I don't think, knowing Thomas Frank, he's not gonna give him in Premier League matches in the beginning. He will be subbed, in my humble opinion. And I think when it comes to Europe, that's when Colomwani will most likely start, because Thomas Frank has been brilliant for Spurs so far. And I know he's preferring Richarlison over Solanke because of Solanke's injury. But in terms of tactics, the way he sets up the team and the new people that are coming in, specifically Javi Simons and Randall Colomoni, they're going to be mainly for Europe. I think that's how it should be. But unless they come in as subs and they have positive impact on the outcome of the result of a couple of matches, until then, I don't think they'll be starters in the Premier League.
Interesting. So now, some departures for Manchester United. Rasmus Højlund to Napoli with obligation to buy. Anthony to Real Betis, permanent transfer. Manchester United got rid of all the players that they wanted to get rid of, apart from Tyrell Malacia. He might also leave.
He doesn't want to stay at the club?
No, he doesn't want to stay at the club. I think there was talk about him going to Getafe or somewhere else, but that didn't go through. And then now he has to wait for the other transfer windows to close. So the Turkish one is open still. Saudi one is still open. So he might go there.
We also have to mention Nicholas Jackson, right?
We forget that. Let's talk about Nicholas Jackson. All right, ladies and gents. Popcorn stuff, masala stuff, coffee, grab a coffee, and then. So Nicholas Jackson, that's why I call him my boy Action Jackson. He was full of action. His transfer was full of action, right? Nicholas Jackson to Bayern Munich, loan fee of £16.1 million, initial loan fee now, and then an obligation to buy as a permanent transfer next summer. But initially it was a loan. Chelsea were playing. Who were they playing? They were playing Fulham. And Nicholas Jackson was traveling to Bayern Munich at the time. And he landed in Bayern Munich, and Liam Delap pulled his hamstring, got injured, out for 6 to 8 weeks. And then Chelsea right away tells This went all over social media before the game even finished. I woke up to not the Chelsea scoreline. I saw João Pedro scored, but I woke up to like seeing Chelsea recalls Jackson back from where, and then there's video circulating that he landed in Munich, and then they're telling him that, oh, you need to go back, bro. Like this is not happening. Chelsea, you didn't sign any contract, so Chelsea wants you to go back. You are getting ready to do your medical for Bayern Munich, but you're going back. And then Bayern Munich are playing, and then Bayern leadership team or the directors are like, okay, let the game finishes. He's still here, so we're going to keep him here, but we'll have to figure something out. This whole back and forth. The gist is that he didn't sign any contract, so he's still a Chelsea player, and it's too late for Chelsea to actually find a replacement for Liam Delap. So they want Jackson back, and Jackson's agent was like, the plane doesn't go back. That's what he's posted on Instagram or social media.
It's
And then
it's a movie.
and he's like, it was a movie. Like, we're not going back. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna talk to Bayern Munich what it needs to be done. What needs to be done. So long story short, they got it done. 16.1. The initial loan fee.
Story short, the story never.
The story is not gonna end. This story is not gonna end. Like Bayern Munich, this is full of action Jackson, action stuff, right?
The action is always off the pitch with Nicholas Jackson.
On the pitch too, without the ball. Always without the ball.
Off the ball.
Off the ball action.
It's insane, man.
So
when Chelsea Fulham were playing, my social media was buzzing. He was trending on Twitter too, Nicholas Jackson.
It's like action. I'm just singing the song "My Boy Action Jackson." Yeah, and now he's gonna play the season as a Bayern Munich player. Chelsea
alongside Harry Kane and Luis Diaz and Olise.
Yeah, so Bayern has a good Champions League option right now. Like that makes him with Action Jackson makes Bayern Munich Champions League contender apparently under Vincent Kompany. You know, so here's another thing. So who did Chelsea recall back? FPL favorite, budget enabler, Marc Guéhi from Sunderland. So they send him to Sunderland, and they're like,
played a few minutes with Sunderland.
He did, and then he's like, all right, I'm going back. Recall him from the loan. We need Liam Delap's.
This is literally whatever happened with this whole Jackson, Marc Guéhi, and it always takes one injury. When Palmer got injured, they didn't scramble that much because they have João Pedro, but with Delap, they were running around like headless chickens, man.
Yeah, there was talk about Lois Openda actually going to Bayern Munich and Jackson coming back to Chelsea. Well, Lois Openda ended up going to Juventus from RB Leipzig on loan.
But excellent. Openda is an excellent player.
Yeah, better than Sesko. Ouch. Yeah. Oops. But yeah, so this is the Action Jackson saga.
This is way more entertaining than the Isak saga. Listen, Jackson, you win. Isak did nothing compared to this. This was superb.
Yeah, Jackson was like, I am not going back. Forget if I've signed something or not.
That Wolf of Wall Street scene. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
He's on me. I'm not leaving. We're staying here. Germany is my new home. I know we are forgetting a lot of transfers.
Oh yeah.
Who else?
So you mentioned Dylan Backward, right? You mentioned him, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I think that's a very good deal that Nottingham Forest did, because I think he actually plays as a right winger. So with Endoy, he's gonna be lining up nicely alongside Chris Wood and everybody. Amrabat, sorry, for the Moroccan who came on loan, who is gonna play alongside the two. There's gonna be a nice reunion of Amrabat and Anthony at Real Betis.
Yes.
I don't think we talk about Napoli enough. Scott McTominay and De Bruyne are in the same team now, right?
Yes, Lukaku and Rasmus Højlund.
So let's listen, guys. I know we talk a lot about the Premier League, but Napoli, they have a Ballon d'Or contender, which is Scott McTominay, and with Kevin De Bruyne and Rasmus Højlund and Lukaku, listen, they're gonna do good. Okay, Napoli are gonna be great this season. This is just my 1 cent. I know, like, I was very confident last year that Barcelona and Liverpool are gonna play the final, but that went. But it's okay.
It might happen this season.
It might happen this
Liverpool
season.
actually might win it.
Oh yeah, with Isak
Liverpool might
saga
win
and
it.
everything. Oh yeah, for sure, they might win.
But Barcelona needs to calm down that boy Lamine Yamal. His arrogance gonna be their downfall.
Arrogance or his
Anyways,
hunger
Rashford
for
is there.
going on too many dates.
Both. And Real Madrid. Do you want to talk about, how do you say his name? The guy that Xavi Alonso loves. He plays on the right wing. Don't tell me that you don't know
I don't know actually.
this guy. You don't know this guy that they signed from, I think it's River Plate that they signed. This is
Franco Mastantuono from River Plate.
yes. And he plays for Real Madrid now on the right side of Xavi Alonso. Rodrigo goes to the bench. So
Wow, only 18 years old. Wow, I'm such a bad Real Madrid fan. Yeah, he's a right winger,
yeah.
plays for River Plate.
Mhm.
22 games, 7 goals, 4 assists for River Plate last season. Not bad. He's rated 7.7. He has a good shot accuracy, 29%. Season rating of. Oh, he's already playing. Last season, he had a season rating of 7.7. Not bad. 12 matches, he started 11 of them, 4 goals, 4 assists in the Liga Profesional Apertura. It's not bad.
Yeah, so that's why they were willing to let Rodrigo leave, and he still might leave in January. And speaking of someone leaving in January, there's been rumors about Morgan Rogers going to Liverpool. What do you think about that? Where will he
Liverpool are
play?
becoming like Real Madrid now, right? They are becoming like Real Madrid. Like, for example,
Better
Kerkez,
than
he did so good. Like he did so good in that game with Liverpool against Arsenal. He literally terrorized Madueke in that game. Okay, Madueke,
I
no,
don't
he
think he
doesn't have.
terrorized Madueke. He kept up with Madueke. Let's put it that way.
Because
If there
Madueke
was another
wasn't able to
Madueke,
get passes off or shots off. Anyways,
yeah,
we're
Kerkez was
gonna.
done after the game.
he was. He was.
Kerkez was done. He was.
He was. He doesn't have the lungs as Madueke. I'll give him that. Madueke definitely has more lungs. But the reason why I mentioned that is because Liverpool targets the best player from a club and acquires them, just like Madrid has been doing the last couple of years. And look at it. Look at this. They have Morgan Rogers was a prodigy last season. The season before that, it was Cole Palmer. So every year, there's a player that emerges and becomes the best player. They just come into the team and become that player. But Morgan Rogers coming to Liverpool, it's like they are just gonna be stacking up and nothing else. Like Frimpong, Kerkez, Van Dijk, Konate, and midfield, they have so many options. Gravenberg, McAllister, and Rogers joining the fray. It's intense, man. It's just too much. It's almost like an
I think
ultimate
Marc
team
Guéhi,
game.
yeah,
And
and Marc
Marc
Guéhi
Guéhi. Oh
coming
my
in.
goodness.
Yeah. So it's safe to say that Liverpool won the transfer window.
Oh yeah. I mean, they gave the finger to each and every club in the world. Listen, okay, Big Daddy's here. Mess with us, and we're gonna. They just gobbled everybody away. It's like a dragon that went all across the world, specifically England, and just scooped them up and just splashed the cash. It was insane. This is gonna go in the record books. This nobody's talking about it as much as probably us, but they literally just annihilated the transfer window, and they won it
And then said,
definitely.
no, they won it because they got 25 million from Ben Doak from Bournemouth.
Who never had. Oh my God,
Any
Bendo.
Premier League appearance, apparently. So, anyways, we leave it at that. Liverpool won the transfer, and this has been a little bit of long transfer roundup, transfer deadline. We'll come in with more content. We probably missed a few of them. Sorry for that, but we probably covered it in the previous videos, so go back and check those out. Yeah, it's fun to see how Javi Simons actually beds into the Premier League with the physicality, how Sene Lamens fits into the Premier League, how Hincapie for Arsenal fits into the Premier League from Bundesliga. He's an Ecuadorian international left-sided center back. So these are good, and how Isak does for Liverpool, and what happens to Ekitike. Does he play as a number 10, or he goes back to the bench, or Wirtz goes back to the bench and Ekitike and Isak play? this is all fascinating stuff. And what happens if Morgan Rogers signs for Liverpool and Gakpo goes back to the bench? Like, this is, yeah, somebody, one of my friend who's a Liverpool fan, he said that we're building a team for the future. I'm like, future? You guys already built the team for future. You have a Rio. How do you say his last name, Fardan? Rio. There's a Rio there.
I can say that. I butchered the name. Gamoha, I think. I think the N is silent. And Gamoha. Or Gamoha.
Rio Nagamoha or Gamoha.
No,
We probably
Nagamoha is
butchered it.
usually.
Let's just say Rio, 16-year-old, not Rio Ferdinand, but the other Rio from Liverpool.
Rio
And then
N-G-U-M-O-H. Rio and Gumoha. Or Rio Gumoha.
and Gumoha. Yeah, okay.
17-year-old.
And then we have, oh, he's 17. They signed him when he was 16. Wow. Max Dowman is 15 years old, playing for Arsenal. So this is all good stuff. So interesting time. We will have another video about when we're going to talk about the Liverpool and Arsenal game. That was a snooze fest. Spoiler alert. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.